This is the sequel to Hollow Knight, which is one of those games that completely changed what people expect from indie titles. But now, instead of playing as the mysterious knight from the first game, you're a Hornet, that needle-throwing boss character who was fast, aggressive and actually spoke in full sentences. She's been captured by these weird whaled bugs and dragged to a completely new kingdom called Pharloom. And of course, this isn't just the same underground bug world with a new coat of paint. Pharloom is this massive kingdom that pretty much stretches from these deep caverns all the way up to a golden citadel in the clouds. The whole game is built around this concept of ascending. You're literally climbing from the bottom of the world to the top. Each area has its own very distinct feel and challenges. Down low you've got these damp, mossy areas full of strange creatures and overgrown ruins. As you climb higher, you encounter more civilized areas with actual towns and traders. Then eventually reach the golden cities that almost feel sacred. And the story follows Hornet trying to figure out why she was brought here and what the Citadel bugs want with her. Unlike the first game, where most of the story was told through environmental details and cryptic elements, Silksong has way more direct dialogue and character interactions. Hornet actually talks to people, which makes the world feel more alive and less lonely than Hollow Knight did.
Mi offende?
Combat-wise, Hornet plays completely different from the Knight. She's much faster and more acrobatic. Her main attack is this needle that she can swing in combos or throw as a projectile. The throwing costs Silk, which is basically your mana that slowly regenerates. Her movement is more fluid. She has this diagonal dash that takes some getting used to if you're coming from the original game. The healing system got reworked too. Hornet uses something called Bind that restores her health automatically when she takes damage. But there's a limit to how much she can heal before needing to rest at a bench. They've expanded the progression system quite a bit. Instead of just finding new movement abilities, you're picking up tools that can be equipped at benches. There's also a proper crafting system where you collect materials like craft metal and bone to make new equipment. The currency system uses these prayer beads called rosaries. The world design keeps that same interconnected maze structure that made Hollow Knight special. Each region has its own ecosystem of enemies and environmental challenges. The game promises over 200 different enemy types, which is way more variety than most games in this genre offer, or any game really. What really sets it apart is how they've balanced the needed familiarity with innovation. If you played Hollow Knight, you'll recognize the core DNA. The precise platforming, the atmospheric world design, the way abilities gradually open up new areas. But everything feels fresh because of Hornet's different playstyle and this completely new setting. The music is done by the same composer, so you get the same haunting, beautiful soundtrack that made the first game so memorable.
Buenera.
The quest system gives the game structure without making things feel too guided. NPCs will ask you to find specific items or defeat certain creatures, which gives you clear goals while still encouraging exploration. Boss fights seem to follow the same philosophy as the original. Each one has distinct patterns you need to learn, but they're fair once you understand what they're doing. The game has over 40 major bosses, ranging from corrupted wildlife to fallen knights and legendary figures from the kingdom's past. The technical side looks solid. The art style is instantly recognizable as Team Cherry's work, but with more detail and visual effects. For people who struggle with Hollow Knight's difficulty, Silksong seems to offer a bit more guidance without dumbing anything down. The map system is more user-friendly, there are more NPCs to give you hints about where to go, and the quest structure does provide clearer objectives. And this sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.